Hi, it's Sherry. I wanted to share a site with you, a website that sells jewelry. I actually ordered some rings from them about at least 5 years ago, probably more like 6 or 7 years ago. So all of these rings I'm about to show you are anywhere from 5 to 7 years old, that I've had them for 5 to 7 years old, which is way before I started doing YouTube. So obviously I pay for them myself. I notice a lot of YouTubers feel the need to say that they bought stuff for themselves, and I just wanted to stick this out here right now that everything I've ever shown you I've bought myself. Anytime I show you anything, it's a pretty safe bet that I've bought it myself. If anybody ever gives me something for free, which is highly doubtful, but if anybody ever gives my old ass something for free, I will let you know. So if I forget to say I paid for this myself, then just assume I paid for it myself, because nobody gives me anything for free. Okay, off the soapbox. On to the good stuff. There is a website that's called thehollywoodcollection.com, I think. I'll put a link below to the website so that you got Jolie, what are you doing? So that you guys can she's being frisky today. It's a rainy day and they're stuck in the house. So she's being playful. Okay, so it's the Hollywood Collection. And what this is a place that recreated old Hollywood rings. They have rings and necklaces and some earrings and watches and brooches. They even have a few men's jewelry items that they have recreated. And they're all pretty reasonably priced. And I was just looking at the website today because all my paperwork, let's say it all together, is still in storage in Washington. So I didn't have any of my paperwork for any of these rings, but I wanted to let you know who had these rings, or who had the original of these rings. Obviously they're not the rings these people wore, but I did want to let you know and how much they cost individually. Okay, so I bought 8, which was they have a special that if you buy 4 rings from a selection, there you can't have 4 of any ring on the website, because some of them are pretty pricey. Some of them are, you know, like 14 karat gold, and those you can't have in this. But they have a lot that you can choose from. And so it's called a 4-ring box, and it's $199 for 4 rings plus shipping for 4 rings. And that's what I did twice. Now, like I said, I've had these for years. They clean very well. Some are my absolute favorites, and some I wear only sometimes, and I'm sure you've noticed them in my videos because I do wear them a lot. So anyway, let's get started in showing you the rings. Number 1 is a Ginger Rogers ring. It's a ring Ginger Rogers wore, and it sells for $65. Okay. Now the lighting sucks and it's not going to do it justice, but that's the ring. I love this ring. I wear this ring all the time. All the time. It is just a beautiful ring. Okay, that one's $65 by itself, if you bought it just by itself. Okay. Number 2 ring is a Barbara Stanwyck ring, and it is $70 individually. I love this ring too. Okay, that's Barbara Stanwyck. Now the next one is a Claire Bow. Everybody's heard of Claire Bow. She started her movie career in 1927, so she's kind of one of the older ones, but she was the darling of the movie industry for a long, long time. So this one was Claire Bow's, and it individually sold is $70. Okay, that one's Claire Bow's. And number 4 is a Marlene Dietrich ring that is individually $85. And it's blue. I'm sure you can tell that. Okay, now that's the first 4. Those cost me $199. And I did tell you all the, okay. So the next one is hands down my favorite out of all of them. And it's not just my favorite, oh, I'm sorry, my ear is itching. Oh. And it's not just my favorite because I love Betty Davis and I love Jezebel. But this is the ring she wore in Jezebel. And I just love this ring. It is pink. And it is gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Now all of these rings, every time I wear them, if I'm out and about, I always get compliments on these rings. Always. Because they're not something you see all the time. Love this one. This one, I couldn't find it on the website anymore. I don't think they're making this one anymore, which is sad because it's my favorite. Okay, and then number 6 is an Ingrid Bergman ring, and it is $75 if you buy it individually, and it is green. It's a little big on me for that finger. Okay, so that's Ingrid Bergman. Then we have a Barbara Stanwyck. This is another one of my favorite ones. This one is $70 if you buy it individually. It is so classy. So classy. I love this one. My arm's getting tired. Reaching up to the camera. That is a nice ring. And again, this one's a little big on me too. At the time, I didn't know what size my fingers were, so I just kind of guessed. And these are a little too big. See, most of the ones that are too big fit that finger, but then I don't wear a ring on this finger because it's uncomfortable next to my wedding ring. So poor planning, but they're gorgeous. Okay, now the last but not least, this one was for Greta Garbo's, one of Greta Garbo's rings. This is another one of my favorites. I love this ring. It is so pretty. And this one is $70 if you buy it individually. Look at that. I wish it was a sunshiny day and I could film this outside, because you just do not get the sparkle in here in the dark that these rings actually have. They just are very, let's get that straight, sparkly, gorgeous rings. Okay, so those are my 8 rings that I ordered from the Hollywood collection. So if you're in the market for rings, it's a good deal. I mean, you could get the 4-pack like I did, the box of 4 rings, and it comes in a really nice box that's got a double lid that opens like this, and then each of your rings is separately in each little